Hello students. In the last session we have discussed about introduction of guided waves, that is what is waveguide and what is the difference between and what are the similarities and differences between transmission lines and waveguides. And also we discussed parallel plane waveguide, EM wave propagation. In parallel plane waveguide, how the electromagnetic wave is propagated, and we got the expression of propagation constant gamma. So now we are going to discuss about the derivation of wave angle, or it is also called as tilt angle. Okay, wave angle or tilt angle, and the same derivation we have to do for phase velocity also. Okay, the phase velocity is represented by Vp. Same derivation for the two titles, wave angle or tilt angle or phase velocity Vp. So in generally, what is the difference, what is the definition of phase velocity? The name itself it is saying phase velocity. When I am writing the definition of phase velocity, when a single wave of definite wavelength travels in a medium, then the velocity of propagation is called phase velocity. Similarly, group velocity we are having. What is the definition of group velocity? It is represented as Vg if number of waves of different lambda are moving with different velocities in a medium. So here a single wave with a fixed wavelength, phase velocity. Instead of single waves we are having number of waves with different wavelengths, called group velocity Vg. Okay, next we are going to do the derivation for Vg also. And one more definition of Vp I am going to say, that is the rate at which the wave changes its phase in terms of its guided wavelength. In terms of its guided wavelength. Guided wavelength is nothing but lambda g. So Vp is equals to lambda g by unit time. Okay, this is guide wavelength, lambda g by unit time. So what is lambda g? Lambda g is 2 pi by beta and 1 by t. 1 by t can be written as f. So 2 pi f can be written as omega by beta. So phase velocity Vp is equals to omega by beta. So this is the definition of phase velocity. Okay. And we know that this is a parallel plane. This is the axis. This is propagation axis, that is along z direction. X is equal to 0 to a, x is equal to a. This is the direction where a wave is restricted along x direction, because we are having the two parallel plates with the separated by a distance a. The wave is restricted to move in between these two plates. So this is a source. It is hitting here and reflecting back, hitting here, reflecting back, hitting here, reflecting. So like this, the signal is moving and it is moving along z direction. Okay, and already we discussed that it is actual path. Okay, so this is nothing but theta. What is theta? Theta is nothing but wave angle or tilt angle. Okay, so here this is actual path and this is reflected path, and if I draw a perpendicular line here, it is forming a triangle, and this is theta here, and this will also become theta now. Okay, so here this is the actual path. It is moving in this direction and it is reflecting, moving, reflecting. It is starting from here. This is source. So because of actual path, it is represented with a frequency, that is the wave which is having the frequency f, reflecting like this. And if I draw a perpendicular line, it will have the frequency component of fc, that is cutoff frequency. Okay, so from this, what is sin theta? Sin theta is fc by f. If I write in terms of omega, it is omega c by f. Omega fc is nothing but cutoff frequency, and f is nothing but actual frequency, actual or operating frequency. Okay, so this you have to keep in mind to do the derivation of wave angle or tilt angle. Now actually we are moving into the actual derivation, that is gamma. What is gamma? Gamma is equals to gamma for propagation constant for parallel plane waveguide. Okay, what is the formula we got? In the last session we did the derivation, and this is the formula we got. Gamma is equal to gamma x square minus omega square mu e. Gamma x is nothing but m pi by a. M is an integer, and what is a here? A is nothing but the distance between two parallel plates, and we know that gamma is equals to alpha plus j beta. So we have to get the derivation for Vp, phase velocity. Vp is equal to omega by beta. So here we have to get the expression for beta. To get beta, I am doing alpha is equal to 0. That is for free space. For free space, alpha equal to 0, because the distance between two parallel plates is nothing but a free space, and considering it as a free space. So if we are having a free space, means there is no conductor. If there is no conductor, there is no if we are having the free space, there is no attenuation, right? So attenuation is nothing but the signal strength is going on decreasing. Amplification, signal strength is going on increasing. So if attenuation is present when the signal is not in a free space. If the signal is in a free space, there is no attenuation. If there is no attenuation, attenuation constant alpha will be 0. So if alpha is 0, gamma is equal to j beta. Okay, in free space attenuation is equal to 0. Now gamma is equal to j beta, substitute in this equation. So j beta is equal to under root of m pi by a whole square minus omega square mu epsilon. So I have to remove this j term. Okay, how to remove this j term? By getting a j term in right hand side. So how to get this j term in a right hand side? So here I am writing omega square mu epsilon minus m pi by a whole square. So what we did here, I have taken minus as a constant. Okay, if I take minus as a constant, I'll get omega square mu epsilon minus m pi by a whole square. Okay, beta is equal to, here I will get j, so j will get cancelled. So beta is equal to omega square mu epsilon minus m pi by a whole square. So here Vp is equals to, Vp is equal to omega by beta. Omega by beta is nothing but square root of omega square mu epsilon minus m pi by a whole square. Next take out omega common, and if I take this out from a root, I will get omega. Here you have to take out omega square common inside. If I take omega square common, I will get omega square here. Okay, next I am bringing omega outside of the square root such that I will get omega, and this omega, that omega will get cancelled. So here omega mu epsilon m pi by a omega whole square, omega square. So I am writing here omega square. So omega will get cancelled. I will have 1 by Vp is equal to 1 by square root of mu epsilon minus m pi by a omega whole square. So Vp is equals to, take out this root of mu epsilon common, I will get 1 minus m pi by a omega square root of mu epsilon, here I will get. Okay, and we are having square root, and here I will write whole square, because here I am taking mu epsilon only common. So here I will get only mu epsilon. Later I will taking out this mu epsilon from outside of this square root. So Vp is equal to, what is 1 by square root of mu epsilon? That is c. Already we saw in a last session. So I will write it as a c by 1 minus, I will write it as omega c by omega whole square under root. So I am having omega as usual. And what is omega c here? Omega c is equal to m pi by a square root of mu epsilon. And 1 by square root of mu epsilon is nothing but c. M pi c by a. Omega c is equal to. So Vp is equal to, I am writing 1 minus c by square root of 1 minus omega c by omega c whole square, and it can be written as cos theta. Okay, so from where I got this cos theta? From the figure. What is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to omega c by omega. Sin theta is equal to omega c by omega. Okay, we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So here cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So 1 minus sin square theta is nothing but omega c by omega whole square. So what is cos theta now? Cos theta is equal to 1 minus omega c by omega whole square. Like this. Phase velocity Vp is equal to c by cos theta. Okay. Thank you.